What's up, YouTube? So today I'm making some fresh homemade salmon cakes. But I'm gonna be using not that stuff in the can. You know, if that's what y'all choose to use, I ain't gonna knock it, but y'all can use that. But I prefer to use like fresh baked salmon that I've baked off of salmon here. I'm gonna tell you, it's a game changer. When I started making it, fresh with fresh salmon, it tastes so much better, so much fresher. Canned stuff is okay if if you're in a pinch, you need to go, get it done quick. But I prefer like to bake off, fresh salmon and get it going that way. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take this salmon and we're gonna go ahead and my hands are clean, in case you're wondering. I'm just feeding myself and my wife. So my hands are clean, I washed them. So we're just gonna take this salmon and just break it off the skin. See how nice and moist that is? Nice and pink and moist. And it don't look that pink and moist when you get it out that can. It don't look like that, So you want to get that nice fresh salmon, Go ahead and just peel it. Leave the skin behind. You don't need the skin in there. Don't leave no salmon behind. Get all that salmon out of there. Right, then we're gonna go ahead and get this. Get that in there. Oh, no, I did season the salmon, by the way. I seasoned it with some lemon pepper and a little Old Bay and a little garlic. Pre-seasoned the salmon. So I did put some seasoning in there. So just make sure you get all your salmon off here. Make sure you don't get none of that skin in there. I mean, if you do get some skin in there, that's okay. But this right here is gonna make quite a few salmon cakes. I probably can get about maybe about 10 to 12 out of this batch right here. So that's all that right there. So we got all that. I'll put this off to the side. Get our stove turned on. Get our grease going so when we get ready. So what you want to do is you kind of want to get in there and break that apart. You don't want to break it apart too much. You want some nice little chunks in there, kind of like a crab cake, the Maryland crab cakes. So just want to get that all kind of broken up. If you want to get in there with your hands, it's okay. Get in there with your hands. That's fine. But see how moist that is? You're not gonna get that moisture, in there with that, with the can stuff. Like I said, if you want to use a can, go ahead and use a can. It's up to you. But we used to at one time until, I decided one day. I saw on TV, I saw somebody make, crab cakes with fresh salmon. I said, shoot, I'm gonna try that. See how that turns out. Man, I tell you, I won't go back to the cans, never. So now, what we're gonna do is, let me rinse my hands off real quick. Is I have here where I pre-sauteed some bell peppers, some yellow peppers, some red peppers, green peppers, and some onions. So you want to kind of saute them first to try to get them cooking, get them like halfway cooked, because if you try to put them in here raw into the salmon, it's not going to get cooked up to temperature as to where these vegetables are cooked, and they'll be a little crunchy. So just kind of pre-cook your peppers and prior to putting them in to your just go ahead and put them in there. That give it a nice little color, nice little flavor. Okay. And so here I have a mixture of some breadcrumbs, some Italian seasoning, a little Old Bay, a little lemon pepper in here. So just go ahead and put that in there. Right here, a little mayonnaise. I like Duke's. If you're a Hellman's or a Mayo person or Blue Plate, I prefer Duke's. So I'm a Duke's guy. So I like Duke's mayonnaise. So you want to put about, just squeeze one. So you want to put about a cup of mayonnaise. That give you a little moisture, bring everything together, bring all the flavors together. So about a cup of mayonnaise, or that Duke's or Hellman's or whatever you want to use, and you just get all this mixed up. what I feel. I can tell whether or not if I need a little more mayonnaise, you know, or a little more breadcrumbs, but this looks just about right because I think I've been doing this kind of long enough to know where the consistency needs to be at, where I need it to be. You don't need to season this no more because, like I said, the salmon is already seasoned. I got a little seasoning in the breadcrumbs itself. So, like I said, don't overmix it. I think I'm right about where I need to be here. You know, that's about where you want it, right about there. Okay. So, now we want to start forming our patties. So here I got a little mixture of cornmeal, a little flour, a little AP flour, that's all-purpose flour here. So we're going to start forming our patties, and then what we're going to do is form the patties. We're going to put a little coat of flour on here, a little coat of flour, just to get a little crust on the salmon cake. So we just want to test our oil. So how you test your oil is you take a little flour and you put it in the water. And once you see a little sizzle, not the water, I said water. Oh, that's not water, that's oil. My mistake. So that's oil, not water. It's olive oil, a little bit of olive oil. So oil is just about there. So by the time I get a couple of patties formed up, our oil should be ready. So you just want to get about, I would say, it all depends on what size you like. You know, I like mine about, you know, about the size of a little hockey puck, maybe a little smaller. So just go ahead and form it on up until you get your ball formed up, and then kind of smush it down. About that size right there. You can make them bigger if you want. You know, you can make them bigger. But, so then you want to take a little, you know, pat it in the flour a little bit. Right? Get a little coat of the flour on there. Form it back up a little bit. Smush it down. Let's test this flour, this oil. Yeah, I think we're about there. So you just want to kind of slide it in on the side so you don't drop it down into the oil. So it's kind of take it in the pan and slide it down, right? That way you don't have to worry about dropping it into the oil. So little tip there. I'm sure y'all probably seen that before. But let me make another one here. I'm just gonna do 2 for now, just for the YouTube purposes. But I'll go ahead off camera. I'll make the rest of these. I just want to get these going real quick, just to show you these 2. All right, nice little patty there. Just get it into your cornmeal mixture. Roll it around. It's almost like something like a crab cake, but you know, this is salmon. So, all right. You can just put that in and just slide that down on the pan. You'll see them sizzling away. Yeah. You want it like a shallow fry, not, you know, not too much oil. And you can be able to tell when I be able to flip. It doesn't take long. Doesn't take long at all for these to cook, because it's like, remember, the salmon's already cooked. Your peppers and onions is already cooked. So that's the only thing that requires to be cooked. You just want to kind of just form you a nice little crust on each side, and then they'll be ready. Yep. So yeah. So while that's simmering, see, I got over here what we're gonna have with it for dinner tonight. I think y'all saw a video of my cabbage before. I got some cabbage over here that we're gonna have with that. So we have some salmon cakes and cabbage, and for dinner. That's a pretty healthy meal. So we're gonna go ahead and get this flipped over. Remember, this is live TV, so if I don't get my flip right, you know, don't be going on me. So we're gonna try to get this flip right. Just be careful. Just put your finger on there. Take it, kind of hold it, kind of like flip it over. You know, I might have did that one a little early, but not want a little more. It all depends on how you like it. If you want it a little more browner, you know, a little more crisp, a little more browner, then that's fine. So this one is actually, I kind of like mine right about there, not too, you know, a little golden, not too, you know, not too dark. You know, I would actually put about 2 more in here, but I'm just trying to go ahead and get this done for you here. But yep. So this is how you go ahead and do these salmon cakes. And I like to have mine with some cabbage and or green, like a turnip green or mustard green, and put some hot sauce on there. I like Old Bay hot sauce, so I got this Old Bay hot sauce here, right here, that you can get from your local grocery store. It's Old Bay hot sauce. I put this on all my fish, my crab cakes, and it's very good. So that's what I like to put on my Old Bay hot sauce. But you go ahead and put the regular hot sauce on there if you want, you know. That's cool. See, I'm wearing my Knicks hat, right? So, hey, my Knicks doing pretty good this year. We on the rebound this year. So, the last couple of years, we had some bad years, the past 10 years. But, hey, we doing our thing last night. Even though the Lakers got us last night, old man LeBron came in there and did a triple-double. I mean, LeBron about 50 years old, and dude's still doing his thing. For real, he about 40, but still, the man out there throwing triple-doubles, 30 points, 14 rebounds, whatever, 12 assists. So he's still doing the thing. So old man LeBron got us. But that's all right. We'll see him again maybe in the playoffs or in the championship or whatever. But, my Knicks is on the comeback. So I've been a long-suffering Knicks fan for a long time. But we back. We back, y'all. Yep. So I think this one right here is about ready, to come on out. And that other one's probably ready to be flipped. So we're just going to sit it on here in this rack right here. I got a little raised rack with the towel underneath so the air can circulate around it so the cake won't get, stick on the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and flip this one. This is going to be a little brown, I can tell y'all that, because we kept that in there a little longer. All right. So there it is, y'all. So some homemade salmon cakes, some fresh salmon. So that's how you do it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish making these salmon cakes here and get them all hooked on up and go ahead and relax the rest of this Sunday. Y'all be blessed. Like, subscribe, and comment. Peace.